Show on CRN Digital Talk Radio. You can follow the show on my blog each week and find out who's coming on the show at crntalk.com/Cindy Laverty. You can follow me on Facebook at The Cindy Laverty Show. You can follow me on Twitter at Cindy Laverty. And the show is also on YouTube. So pretty easy to find us. My guest today is Isha Judd. We're talking about her soon-to-be released book, Love Has Wings, Free Yourself from Limiting Beliefs and Fall in Love with Life. It'll be out April 17th, I believe, is the release date. Isha's coming to me from Uruguay, and I just heard she's on the highway somewhere, so I'm really glad you picked up the phone.
Me too.
Okay, so I want to talk about the victim attitude, and I think it's everywhere. I see it. I work with family caregivers in my day job. I help them sort of maneuver through this journey, and it's really easy to become a victim when you're doing things that you feel have just happened to you. And I think when we get on this merry-go-round, we can't get off. And I really want to explore this whole victim mentality with you, because this is a big part of your book, not being a victim.
I think I talk about humanity in general, and absolutely the next step we have to take is to let go of victim consciousness, to realize that everything that comes towards us, everything we're creating in our lives is an opportunity for us to be more love, to grow, to have a new experience, even if it's something that we weren't anticipating. And when I talk about responsibility, I don't just talk about paying the bills and,
Right.
sending the kids to school. I talk about how you're responding in each moment, and that your happiness is your responsibility and it's a choice.
Yes.
Often we're always blaming the partner or blaming the children, or as you're talking about, like the mother gets sick, we have to stop everything to take care of them. We're obliged to do it. But we have to realize that everything we're creating is an opportunity to enhance our love in our lives through giving. And often we perceive that everyone's always taking from us.
Right.
But when you start to cultivate love consciousness, you realize that the nature of love is to give, but not to abandon self. It's to give from a place of clarity and giving from a place of internal abundance. And creators have that. Victims always think that there's not enough, there's too many demands, I'm not being appreciated, I don't have enough time. These are the behaviors of victims. Whereas creators feel abundant, they feel inexhaustible, they know how to put limits, they know how to say no. But when they are giving, they're giving from a place of absolute trust and love, and that's the difference.
And you can't be a creator and a victim at the same time. The two just don't go together.
Unless you're a really bad creator. And then you're a victim to your own creation.
So when
you can't.
So when you say, when you go through the process in the book where you say I am a creator, not a victim, by being a creator, it doesn't mean you're creating, like reinventing the computer or something. What do you mean when you say that? I am a creator.
Okay, so when you start to become love consciousness, when you start to experience that which is permanent, which is that internal peace and joy that's within all humans, you start to realize that in reality, externally, there's nothing happening that's of such great consequence, because what's real is permanent inside of you. And that the external is like a game that's constantly changing, and you're evolving through the game. You're becoming more and more love in each moment. So as you embrace and surrender and flow, instead of constantly saying, no, I didn't want that, and no, that's not my fault, and I didn't, these weren't my choices, when you realize that you are creating everything so you can be more, so you can evolve as a human into more consciousness, more love, you start to embrace everything with passion instead of having such rigid boxes and ideas of how everything needs to look. Because in reality, it's what we're being that's important. It's not what we're doing. People say, oh, I hate my job. But you hate your job because of an idea. You can be the joy, you can be being excellent and giving in any job. It's your choice how you're being. So creators are always excellent. They're always giving. They're always communicating and being real. Whereas victims are taking shortcuts, being passive, not feeling like their boss is taking from them instead of their responsibility to be giving.
Oh, I
And
think
it,
it's
it
very
completely
clear that
changes
we
your
all want to be
attitude.
creators. We definitely want to be creators. All right, so we're going to talk more about this on the other side of the break. Stay with us. You're listening to Cindy Laverty Show. I'll be right back with Isha Judd.
You've been